Yo, Jamie. What's going on, man? Poolside, talk again, jacuzzi morning. I've been up since 6 in the morning going over the charts. Need to rest my brain, you know what I mean? But I want to talk about the 3 main coins that I would really pay attention to right now, that I believe you may never get at lower prices, that are really starting to boom. All right. I'll even give you a bonus coin, but I feel like its ship has sailed. But there's definitely some good swing trades on it, and there's some good plays. All right. First coin I want to really discuss, and I know it's going to bug people out, is Solana. And it's weird. I don't like Solana at all. I have a bad taste in my mouth from Sam Bankman-Fried. And it even went down a bunch of times, right? Like, the network isn't amazing. Why is Sam liking Solana? Well, if you look at the chart, it's had a really good 2023 compared to a lot of other projects. Despite all that FUD and despite the network having issues, that tells me that it's definitely worth picking up. And it's definitely worth something to look at, right? You saw I bought another like 20, almost 3 grand of it. And shout out to Freedom and Wonder. And so I believe Solana can do some damage over time. You know what I mean? Solana is definitely something that we want to be paying attention to if we can. So I believe, and here's another reason why I like Solana. I don't have a good feeling. Yeah, see, the thing is, what Arms just said is I don't have a good feeling about it, but it's likely to move. See, the key word that he just said, feeling. We can't really trade on feelings and emotions, man. It's not a good look. When you find yourself using I think, I believe, I feel, I want, I pray, I hope, when it comes to your trades, it's not a good look. You know what I mean? Shout out to Nicholas Girao. Shout out to Arms. Is that Sammy Arms that I met the other night at the party? I met a guy named Samuel Arms. Interesting guy. He wrote the bill for Ron DeSantis. Like, he wrote the CBDC bill. He's like, I wrote that bill. I was like, wow. How much money did you start with investing into crypto? I started with my time. I had no money. I had to go to work for time. I started with literally my energy. Money starts with your energy. That's what people don't realize. Like, you came into the world, you didn't have any money, right? You were a kid. Then your parents said, get a job. And the first time you ever earned money, how did you get it? Use your energy. So if you revert back to your first dollar and remember where it came from, then you can continue to make more dollars with that same idea. So, right, Summer? My daughter's here. My daughter listens to this stuff all day long, right? So, like, her insight is amazing. You know, for a 9-year-old girl, man, Summer, I won't put you on camera, but I do want to ask you some questions. Why is Bitcoin so amazing?
Because you can trade off of it and make amazing trades, but also get money from it.
But what's better? Why? Come here closer to the mic. Just come to the mic and put your mouth pretty close. Why is Bitcoin better than the bank?
Because the bank can sometimes steal your money.
Look that way, and I'll just show the back of your head. Yeah.
Because the bank can sometimes steal your money, and the bank keeps it safe, and you sometimes don't know where your money goes.
And Bitcoin, what?
Keeping them safe. But when you have Bitcoin, you always know where your money is.
Wow, you see what she just said? She's 9 years old. She said, when you put your money in the bank, you don't know where your money goes. Sometimes you don't know where your money is. She said, but when you put your money in Bitcoin, you know exactly where it is all the time.
Because it's in Bitcoin.
Because it's in Bitcoin. She gets it. Like, I explained Bitcoin to her when she was like 7 or 6 years old. She's 3 years. She understands Bitcoin more than 40-year-olds. Old enough to remember the days when banks would look after your money. Yeah, right. So Solana is a good coin. Made 40% on the Bitcoin long the last few days. That's awesome, man. That's a huge gain, bro. We called the 786 retracement. We've been pumping ever since we called that bottom. I bought so much spot Bitcoin in those areas. Hyped. All right, next coin I want to discuss that I think should be on everybody's radar is GFAL. A lot of people don't talk about it. It was a really small cap, low gem, so it hasn't really picked up from the hype yet. But yeah, I really think that you want to be focused on GFAL, and it's not a miss the boat opportunity. It's really just getting started. The chart is so early, And again, I'm not a financial advisor. You have to do research yourself. Find out if these are coins that you're willing to get into or something that you want to do your own research on. So I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you what to buy or sell. I'm not doing that. I'm just telling you what things that I've researched, and I'm a speculative investor that has been speculating for about 15 years now, and I've made some really good hits outside of crypto. I got into Canopy Grow Corp at $1.78 in the Toronto Stock Exchange. I found Great Panther Limited at 87 cents, went to like almost $3, even further at one point. I found Bitcoin when it was $350. I knew about it, was researching it. I found Ethereum at $9, Cardano at 2 cents. I've had a track record of finding things before most people find them and knowing what's going to be hot. You know what I mean? So glad you got all your wealth into crypto. I'm just asking as an average dude who got everything to lose, just looking for your opinion. I don't have all my wealth in crypto. No. I keep a third of my wealth in cash, the USD cash right now, right? I keep another third of my wealth in real estate, and the other third of my wealth is entirely in cryptocurrency. And then I keep I'd say 3% in gold and silver, 3 or 4% I have in gold and silver, and that's basically my allocation. You know what I mean? 30% cash, because if the real estate market takes a bump, I want to jump in, and if there's any opportunities, if there's any opportunities, I like to have cash. I like to have some cash in case of a dump, in case of something happening. But I don't like to keep a lot of cash. Here's an example, and don't look at my net worth, and I'm not trying to brag, and I'm going to make up a fake net worth. Say I was worth 10 mil. I'm not worth 10 mil right now, but say I was worth 10 mil. Okay, and none of this is financial advice. These are just things that I'm doing. You know what I mean? I can't tell you what to do with your money. I would never tell you what to do with your money. I would never tell you what to do. I would tell you what I do, and you can figure that out. Well, I don't know. I mean, they have to have their own plan. But say I had 10 mil, you know what I mean? I would. Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I would only keep like 500 grand in cash if I was worth 10 mil, maybe even 350,000. I want to feel broke when I'm wealthy. What do I mean by that? Well, I want most of my investments tied up. I want most of my money tied up in investments. Like 80% of my money I want tied up in an investment. I don't want to access it. Say you make $1 million, you got $1 million in the bank. I want to go buy an investment property for 700 grand, get it out the bank. And then I want to feel like I only got 300 again. What does it do? It forces you to hustle. It forces you to go after it again. You don't have that fat bank account anymore. You don't got that, I've done it, everyone. I've made money and then I've just pushed it into an investment. Act like it's not there. Just see the problem, the difference between a wealthy person, a somewhat well-off person, or let's say the difference between a millionaire and a 100,000-aire, and someone who's just flat, just kind of getting by to buy, is their value of money. See, to me, I don't value money. I put a lot of value to it, but I don't value it to my life. For instance, when my bank account has $1 million in it, I don't feel any better than when my bank account has 300 grand in it, because I know that it comes from my energy. As long as my energy is up, that's all that matters, number one. Number two, if you have what's in your bank account makes you feel good about yourself, then you won't invest, because you're like, oh, I got 500 grand, I want 600 grand. And then you're going to be afraid. If you have fear to invest, you're going to hold on to it. So people can stack and make a lot of money. They can save 100 grand, but then they stare at it in a bank account. And I've researched wealthy people, and what wealthy people do is they move money. They always move money. They put pressure on themselves to move money. It's actually a very, very, I call it, it's somewhat stressful, because you can't just sit. So a middle class or lower middle class person will get money and they'll put it in their savings account and they'll be like, I'm doing good and I'm going to keep working. And they're great people. They're disciplined. I was one of them. I didn't know any better. I was this person. And so you start kind of just thinking, okay, I need this money, and the more money in my bank account, the better I feel, right? But then when you let go of this fact that my money in my bank account makes me feel good, investments make me feel better. I want to see the future growing, and again, I might take a shot and I might lose, but I want to take a shot. So saving is like sitting in the dugout waiting, thinking one day I'm going to get up there. You have this beautiful bat, you've been shining it, and you're just keeping this bat, and it's so nice. That's like keeping your money in the savings account. Like, you got to get to the plate and swing. You know, again, I do. Again, not a financial advice, but I have to get to the plate and swing. You know what I mean? Got some good stress right now. Let's go. Good rest or good stress? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the thing. You know, praying for Israel, praying for everyone in the world, honestly. Praying for, you know, everyone focuses on Israel right now and Gaza, and it's sad, you know, but there's millions of kids in Africa that aren't eating every day. Like, there was things as atrocious, if not worse. There's an Armenian genocide going on, like right now. Like, there, you could find places in the world where the same things are going on. They're just not being televised. So people pray for what they see being televised, but there's horrible things going on every single day right now. Just, I pray every day for everybody, all the hurt people throughout the world, not just what we're seeing here today being, and again, I'm not taking away from Gaza and Israel and Gaza, however you know. Will you go flip that button for me? The world is the same as it always been. Only difference is these days is media tells us what's going on. Actually, less people die globally recently than any time in human history. See? Yeah, we had typhoid fever, we had tuberculosis. People used to die all day long. Babies barely made it. If you had 5 kids, usually, yep, spin it. If you had a baby, not all your babies would make it. That was regular. 15 all the way. So, anyway, back to the coins. Jamie always has good points, you know what I mean? Blessed holidays. Yeah, good day to you and your family, Sam. Thank you, man. What are the 3 altcoins? Solana was the first coin I'm looking at. GFAL is the second coin that I'm talking about. GFAL, games for a living. To me, it's a simple narrative. We know gaming is going to be big. We know decentralized gaming is going to be big. We know the metaverse is going to be big. GFAL has Trip Hawkins, who created Electronic Arts, was one of the founders. He's already been an established person in the video game industry. He's already made millions of dollars. He knows work ethic. He's not in love with money. He's in love with the process. I understand this. He's a successful man. I want to invest in him. I don't invest in coins. I invest in people, and I always say that. I find out the person behind the coin. If I like it, I get in. This is a key to my strategy in all of my investments in my life. I'm investing in Trip Hawkins. I believe he's going to do it. Games for a living. We found it super early. We got lucky as a group. We really did. But we were prepared, and the opportunity found us because we didn't take a day off, and we were always grinding. So because of that, we were able to find that move. One day the dollar will be an altcoin. It probably will. It already looks like a poop coin, you know. Last coin I want to discuss. Last coin that I believe is, like, you know, really interesting to look at is JoyStream. It's really under the radar. We talk about it a lot on my channel, but really nation, like, you know, in the grand scheme of things, no one really talks about it. I think JoyStream has a big potential to do some big things. A decentralized type of YouTube situation, giving money back to the creators. JoyStream, definitely look it up. I've never been paid by any of these companies. I don't know the people. They didn't say, hey, Sam, make a video about JoyStream. I don't do that. I don't shill. These are coins that I found out on my own, just going through the process of doing my live stream every single day, all right? I own some Pepe. I think Pepe can do damage. Last coin I want to talk about is Naka, Nakamoto Games. Sad, though, that it went from 7 cents to 75 cents. It did a 10x already in the last 5, 6, 7 months. I feel like the ship has sailed. The time to get in was 7 cents and hold that 10x. I can't believe that, right? If it ever comes back down to the 40, 30 cent area, it's a steal. I don't even know if it will, though, but I would love to see that. If I can get 20 cent Naka, I would jump on it. To me, but why I'm bringing it up, I believe it's going to swing trade really well. We're going to be able to get in and out in a bunch of trades throughout the bull market. It's going to be great. So I'll focus on Naka, and you know, but I think I've missed the boat on the actual long-term allocation. And yeah, 10x is crazy for mid-bear market, right? It did a 10x in a mid-bear market. How can you not? How would you not? You know. Anyway, everyone, I love you. I'm going to take the family to breakfast. Finish off with one meditative session here, and let us pray. Let us pray. Sami, can you hold the phone while I say a prayer? Would you like to pray? Just hold it like that. Thank you, sweetie. Dear Lord, thank you for the beautiful day we had yesterday. I watched the sunset with my family. My daughter's feeling better, and I prayed that she would feel better, and she did. Like, she's better within a day, like just as God had answered our prayers, you know. Allah, God, you know, whatever you call God. Thank you so much for everything you've given us. Let's have a blessed day today, and no matter what, let's stay positive and remember that our ability to be grateful is our ability to continue into abundance with God. So thank you for everything today. May we have a blessed day. Let me be awesome, calm, nice to everyone around me. And yeah, thank you so much for this beautiful day in which we're going to enjoy. Amen. Everyone, I love you. Have a wonderful day. I can't wait to see you tonight at the Saturday night live stream. And enjoy yourselves. Have a good night and be safe. Good night, day, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. Crypto Lifer. Shout out to my lifers. If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life.